ISUPK. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is the Hebrew Israelite breaking news. Okay, this is from BBC from the 15th of May. Okay, Confederate monuments. Virginia mayor condemns KKK style rally. They want to throw you so-called Negroes a trinket by saying we don't support these disgusting Confederate rallies. Let me ask you this, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. When they shoot you in the back, do they have the Confederate flag? When you go to prison, do you see the Confederate flag raised up and hanging? If you're so-called Native Indian, when they led the march on the Sioux, when they were starving in the 1860s, do they have the Confederate flag? The cops that choked Eric Gardner out, did they pledge allegiance to the Confederate flag? No, they pledged allegiance to the American flag, which tells you what, it doesn't matter whether they have the American flag up or the Confederate flag up. They are the same group of devils that has committed heinous acts of violence against you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians that they must pray for. Now, whether they take this Confederate flag down or not, it really doesn't matter to blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Okay, the so-called white man must pay for the crimes that he committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians by him having to go through those same acts. It has to happen to him. Who's it going to happen by? It's going to happen by the hands of the Arabs, by the hands of the Africans, by the hands of his own people, man. This dropping and this raising this Confederate flag means nothing. Okay, but let's get into it. Confederate monuments. Virginia mayor condemns KKK rally. A mayor in the U.S. state of Virginia has condemned a torchlit rally on Saturday night, saying protesters borrowed racist tactics from American history. Mayor Mike Signer said the rally against the removal of Confederate monuments harkens back to the days of the KKK, the white supremacist group. He's trying to say that this is just good old America, and we're away from that. You so-called Negroes, just keep voting me in, okay? Keep voting me in and keep giving your pastors all of your money that I can take a cut of. Okay, he's giving you so-called Negroes trinkets by saying, we don't like that. We don't approve of that Confederacy. When it really doesn't matter what flag the so-called white man flies, he is still the devil. Okay, and he still must pay for his crimes. Okay, let's get into the scripture about this because this is something that happened during Ezekiel's time to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, which are the Israelites. Okay, we're in Ezekiel, the 13th chapter. Ezekiel, the 13th chapter, and the 10th verse. This is, of course, in the King James Version. Even because they have seduced my people. Salakia. Even because they have seduced my people, saying what? Peace. And there was no peace. They said what? We'll take down the Confederate flag. Peace. We're turning a new leaf as you get choked out in the middle of New York City. As you get shot in the back in Los Angeles. Okay? As you get your arm blown off on TV. I'm talking about all you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, which know about the stories that I'm talking about. You've seen your brothers and sisters get shot on live TV. You've seen little 8-year-old girls get tasered by the cops, which is what happened to a so-called Native American Indian girl, okay, up there in one of the states that they live in. I believe it was in the Midwest, so-called, okay. They say peace. They take these flags down and expect you Negroes to take it, okay, as if they're trying to help you. They say peace, and there was no peace. There is no peace for you in your neighborhoods. There's no peace for you in Virginia. There's no peace for you in South Carolina. Cops are still shooting you in the back. Cops are still murdering you, still blowing your arms off on TV. Though they took the Confederate flag in many of these states, man. There is no peace for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. And this was something used to try and pacify you. Well, guess what? The so-called white man must and he will pay for his crimes against so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Okay. All this was a ploy to try and calm you down and pacify you into loving America. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians must separate from America. It doesn't matter whether they have the Confederate flag or the American flag. With that, that's a Hebrew Israelite breaking news.
We want no cowards in our camp,